Hello friends, in this session we will discuss the BFM CAIIB BFM unit number 3, and the name of the unit is the Correspondent Banking and NRI accounts. So we will start with our third unit of bank finance management. So friends, see some introduction part. See here. As the increase in the international trade and finance, there has been need for the relation between the banks across the border to facilitate the cross-border receipts and the payments. Right? That means nowadays there has been increase in the international trade. That means the import export has been increased, and also the finance has been also increased, that is international finance. So that's why we need a relationship between the banks across the border. That means the State Bank of India and Bank of America should have some relation, right? For what? For to facilitate the cross border receipts and the payments. That means we need a banks which should facilitate the payments and receipts. That means foreign exchange across the border. That means we need a global network of the banks. For that purpose, what we are doing, we are studying the correspondent banking. That means we need a bank in India, say SBI, and we need also a bank in the USA, say Bank of America, right? So relationship between that two banks, that means the relationship between two banks of a different country, is nothing but the correspondent banking, right? For SBI, Bank of America is a correspondent bank, and for Bank of America, SBI is the correspondent bank. Okay friends, now we will discuss how the correspondent banking is important, what are the major role of the correspondent bankings, and what are the types, that how the correspondent banks maintain their accounts with each other. Okay, see, we know a large number of the Indians are living abroad, as fueled the growth of the NRI banking and the interaction of the Indian banks with the foreign banks. That means we all know that large number of the Indians are living abroad, right? So due to this, the growth of the NRI banking happen in India, and also that's why our Indian banks come in interaction with the foreign banks, right? How? Because the people from India go abroad, right? For example, they will go to the southeast countries, or they will go to the USA, and they will remit some money to India, right? That's why that's why we can say that the Indian banks come in interaction with the foreign banks. Okay, this was the introduction part about the correspondent banking. That means one bank of one country having some relationship with the other bank of other country through the maintaining their accounts. That is nothing but the correspondent banking. Okay, now what is a correspondent banking? We will start the actual syllabus. This was the introduction part. Now what is a correspondent banking? See friends, correspondent banking involves two banks having the mutual accounts with each other across the geographical limits to facilitate the transfer of money. That means I have already told you, see, in India, suppose we take SBI is in India and Bank of America in USA, it is in India and it is in USA. So both the banks have mutual accounts. For example, State Bank of India will have account with the USA's Bank of America, and Bank of America from the USA will have the account with the State Bank of India in India. That is nothing but the correspondent banking, right? So correspondent banking involves two banks having the mutual accounts with each other across the geographical limits to facilitate the money transfer. Mainly they facilitate the transfer of money, that is the foreign currency exchange. Mainly the transfer of the money, that is nothing but the foreign currency exchange. Okay, now we come to know what is the correspondent banking. So friends, the components of banking has the following advantages. Why we follow the correspondent banking? Why we do not directly open the branch in USA? See friends, suppose a State Bank of India is in India, right? And some Indians are living in the USA. Suppose this is a USA, and in USA there is a bank called as the Bank of America. and this SBI is in India. Suppose what happens, some Indians are living in the USA, right? So take an example that some Indians are living in the USA. So what happened is for them, there is the customers of SBI is also living in the USA, right? That is, we can call it as a NRI customer, right? So what they also need some banking facility. That's why what SBI will do, SBI will make some agreements, make some arrangements with the Bank of India so that his customer in the USA will get the banking services. That is nothing but the correspondent banking. So instead of opening the State Bank of India's different branches in USA, what SBI will do, make some arrangement of the agreements with the Bank of India so that the same facility will be provided for the Indian people in the USA through the Bank of America. So definitely the correspondent banking has the advantages, and what are that? See one by one. What are the advantages of the correspondent banking? See first, the reduction in the cost of the banks. How? As the need for the global network is eliminated. That means if we want our customers are going abroad and living abroad, we need a global network, right? So how that network should be established? So instead of if SBI want to provide the service in the USA, SBI need to open a branches in the USA, but it is a very costly, right? That's why what SBI will do, SBI will do some arrangement with the Bank of America so that the NRI from the India which are settled in the USA will get the banking services from the Bank of America. Okay, that's why we can say the reduction in the cost for the banks. Next is the mitigation of regulatory restrictions from the operation of foreign banks. Suppose how the mitigation of regulatory restrictions happen. See, suppose in SBI open a bank in USA, then there may be restrictions for the foreign banks in the USA, right? Because the government policy may change, right? So for the foreign sector banks, it is not easy to compete with the local banks also. That's why through the correspondent banking, through the making of an agreements, we can say we can mitigate the regulatory restrictions for the operation of the foreign banks. Okay, now next is the availability of the opportunity for other countries with low operational cost. Availability of the opportunities in the other countries with a low operational cost. With the correspondent banking, what do we do? With the correspondent banking, we do some agreements or some arrangements, right? So through that we will get the opportunity to do the business in the USA also, because our customers are living in the USA, right? So without opening a branch, simply through the correspondent banking we are able to provide service in the other country also. That means we are having the opportunity to do the business in the USA at the low cost, at the low operational cost. Okay, that are some important major benefits of the correspondent banking. Now what are the functions? Basically the State Bank of India and suppose the Bank of America in USA will act as an agent for each other, right? So we will say the functions as agent for each other. How they, what the functions they will do? They will definitely provide the banking service. For example, the clearing house function they will provide, collection of the function, collection function, that may be a collection of instruments, right? The payment functions, payment of different foreign currencies, overdraft, they may provide the overdraft and the loan facility. They also provide the different investment services and other services, right? That means there are different services that are provided by the agent bank, that means correspondent banks to the each other. Okay, now the most important topic of this lecture we are going to study is the types of the account, right? So friends, you might have studied during the JIB, there are types of the accounts like a Nostro, Vostro, Loro. That are different types we are going to discuss here again, and that are most important for from this chapter. So friends, see here, the account facilities handling, account facilitates what the account, that is mainly the SBI's account with USA, or you can say Bank of America's account with the Indian SBI. This account facilitates the handling of the receipts and the payment, also collection and the reimbursements. So we can say the currency and currency exchange in the for the correspondent bank, right? So basically we need account, right? How can we deal with the SBI? How can SBI directly deal with the Bank of India? Definitely we need to open SBI's account with the Bank of America. And similarly Bank of America how can deal with deal in India? Definitely Bank of America also need an account with the State Bank of India in India. So the types we are going to discuss. So why they open account? Basically for facilitating the receipts and the payments, collection of the instruments, reimbursements if any, and currency exchange. Now see friends, the foreign currency accounts maintained by bank with another bank are classified as the Nostro. What do you mean by Nostro? Means a foreign currency account. Basically Nostro is a foreign currency account. They may ask one liner question, which are the following is the foreign currency account? Basically it is a Nostro account, foreign currency. When we discuss the Nostro account in detail, you will come to know how it is a foreign currency account. This is the basic, and also bank also maintain the mirror account of the Loro account. So that we are going to discuss in a detail. So see here, through graphical representation you can easily understand. Okay, so friends see here, the correspondent bank accounts are here. There are Nostro accounts, there are Austro accounts, there are mirror accounts, and there are Loro accounts. So different types of accounts are there. That means one bank can maintain with the other bank in the foreign. Okay, there are different types of account. Very first in the beginning we will see the Nostro account. So what do we mean by Nostro account? Very first, the Nostro account means our account with you. Nostro account means our account with you. Just remember the tagline. Through the tagline you can easily understand the what is a Nostro account. It is the our account with you. That means, see, for example, suppose State Bank of India maintain the US dollar account with Citibank of New York. It is a Nostro account in the books of the SBI. That means suppose there is SBI and suppose there is a Citibank. This is in the India and this is in USA. Suppose SBI maintains account with the Citibank in USA. So as it is in USA, the account should be maintained in the dollar. So that means the State Bank of India maintaining the USD account with the Citibank New York is nothing but the Nostro account. But it is referred only in the book of SBI. In the viewpoint of SBI, it is the Nostro account. In the viewpoint of SBI, it is Nostro account. So suppose we are working in SBI, so we can say our account with you. Just remember, suppose we are working in SBI, so we will say our account with you, nothing but the Nostro account. That means our account, we are working in SBI. So SBI's account with you means some foreign correspondent, with a foreign correspondent. That means SBI's account with USA's Bank of America. So as it is account in the USA, it is in the foreign currency. It is in the foreign currency, say dollar. Now it is clear to you what is a Nostro account. It is simply the our account with you. That means Indian banks. For example, SBI's account with you. You means correspondent bank. For example, say America. So SBI's account in the American bank is nothing but the Nostro account. Okay, and as we are saying our account, so in our book we say it is a Nostro account. So here is the last line is very important. Through the example, the account in the books of SBI Mumbai. That means in the viewpoint of SBI, it is a Nostro account for SBI. That is our account with you. Okay, it is clear to you. Now next is the Nostro account. So Nostro, now it is a Austro account we have studied. Nostro account we have studied. It is the Austro account. So what is Austro account? Austro is just opposite of Nostro. See, Austro account is the your account with us. What do you mean by that? Your account with us. That means, see, Citibank from the New York maintain a rupee account with SBI. Maintain the rupee account with the SBI. See the same example. Suppose here is SBI in India, we can say, and here is a, suppose we take a Citibank in the USA. Right, if a Citibank maintain account with State Bank in rupees, that is nothing but your account with us. Your account with us in the rupee is nothing but the Vostro account. It is very simple, Nostro and Vostro. You have to remember the tagline. What is tagline? For Nostro, our account with you. For Vostro, your account with us. Okay, and say again example here. The Citibank from the New York maintain a rupee account with the State Bank of India is a Austro account in the book of SBI Mumbai. That means in the viewpoint of SBI, it is a Austro account as your account with us. That means Citibank's from the USA account is maintained with the State Bank of India. Okay, it is a Austro account in the viewpoint of SBI in the India. Okay, it is clear to you what is a Nostro, what is a Vostro. Just go through the taglines, you will easily remember. Now next is we have to study the Loro account. What do you mean by Loro account? We have already discussed here. Nostro, our account with you. Vostro, your account with us. Now we have to study the Loro account. What do you mean by Loro? See friends, Loro is nothing but the his account with them. His account with them. Very simple to remember. Nostro, our account with you. Vostro, your account with us. And the Loro is nothing but the his account with them. Now see how to see through example, you can easily understand. See, Citibank referring to Bank of America account with SBI Mumbai is a Loro account for Citibank New York. See how the Citibank refer to a Bank of America's account with the SBI Mumbai. Suppose this is a SBI Mumbai. Suppose this is SBI India. Okay, and in SBI India we are having the Bank of America's account. In SBI we are having the Bank of America's account, and also there is a Citibank. There is a Citibank in the USA. So if Citibank refer to the Bank of America's account in SBI, so it is nothing but the his account with them. His account with them is nothing but the Loro account. That means third party is involved. Okay, so when there is a third party is involved, the account is called as the Loro account, and the tagline is his account with them. When the third bank referring to the other bank who is maintaining the account with the other bank is nothing but the Loro account, his account with them. Suppose see example, Citibank in USA refer to the Bank of America's account maintained in SBI is nothing but the Loro account. For whom? For the referring bank. Who is referring? For here the Citibank is referring. So that's why for Citibank the Bank of America's account is the Loro account. Okay. Now see Loro account is his account with them. So see again here through another example I will explain you. See here, what is a Loro account? Suppose here is the State Bank of India, right? State Bank of India is in India, and with State Bank of India is in India, and in USA, and here is a USA. In USA, suppose we are having the two banks, right? So in USA we are having suppose Citibank, and suppose you are having the Bank of America. If here instead of Citibank take the Indian bank. Suppose one of the Indian bank having the account with the Bank of America. Take any example of Indian bank. Say Bank of Maharashtra is having the account with the Bank of America. So what the if SBI is referring to the Bank of Maharashtra's account maintained with the Bank of America in the USA, we can say their account with them. Their account with them. That means the third account is referred. So that's why in case of SBI Mumbai, who is referring to that account in his viewpoint of view, in SBI Mumbai's book, we can say it is a Loro account. Okay, so notable thing you have to remember, the bank who is referring in his book it is a Loro account, and to which is being referred, right? For example, Citibank is referring to Bank of America's account in Mumbai, is a Loro account for the New York, for the Citibank New York. Okay, so this is the all about the, just remember the tagline. Through tagline you can easily understand. Nostro, our account with you; Vostro, your account with us; and Loro is his account with them. Now next is the mirror account. What is mirror account? The name itself, it is mirror account. So while a bank maintains the Nostro account with the foreign bank, it has to keep the account for the same in its book. That means we have already discussed what is Nostro account. Nostro means our account with you. Suppose SBI is maintaining the account with the in American bank. So we are not aware that in America how the Citibank is dealing with our account. So to know the entries in the India itself, what we'll do, we will do the some mirror account. So what the we will do the mirror account, the so basically the bank maintains the Nostro account with the foreign banks. So to keep the account of the same in its book, what bank will do? Bank will have same account with the Indian banks also. So we'll get the what the Citibank is doing in our account, we will get a reflection at the same time. That means there is a this is more or less the reflection or the basically the shadow of the Nostro account. Mirror account, remember one-liner MCQ, IMP one-liner MCQ is there. Mirror account is basically the shadow or the reflection of the Nostro account. How? It is just whatever the entry are doing in our Nostro account, we will do the in the mirror account, so that we will have the for the accounting purpose and the reconciliation purpose, this mirror account is been used. So the entries in the mirror account are maintained in the two currencies. One for is the foreign currency and one for the home currency, because there is a Nostro account we will maintain in the foreign currency, and in India we will maintain in the home currency, that is in rupees. So basically important point you have to remember, mirror account is nothing but the reflection of the Nostro account, and in a Nostro account is used mainly mirror account is mainly used for the accounting purpose and the reconciliation purpose. And there are two currencies used in the mirror account, one for the foreign and one for the home currency. That means two currencies are used. Okay, that account is maintained in the two currencies. So this is the first part. We will continue our discussion in the next part.